what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good?
All right, Ian, what's some of your lessons?
Number one lesson, combination of Steve and Tabiti. So it was when Steve was like, "Don't focus on your haters." So when I was talking to Tabiti, Tabiti cool as a fan. He like, "Yeah, bro, like anytime anybody hate, just help the people that love you more and help the audience more." And me and Ty and Dom and people was talking about it. It's like, well, if we get any pushback, just take that energy and push it back into Red Panda, into the community, to earners, like to give more, make people more. So like the supreme focus that Steve has, I can see how he can take adversity and use it as energy and channel it into something bigger. Because let's not, like, Steve has reinvented himself a couple of times, and let's not act like he isn't one of the best business moguls there is right now. Lesson number two, I think is really important, even as you grow, to show love and remain a fan of people that you were fans of before. Like, just I'm seeing, me show love to Keys, Trap, Matt, him 500 come through, Matt. Like, it's so much, because I know we always talk about collaboration, but not often do we go out of our way to express love. So Trap brought me out last year. He was about to go out. I grabbed the mic. I said, "Bro, I got to bring you out." Trap had tears in his eye. I'm like, "Bro, why? You dope as hell. Like, you made room for me, created a path to make it easier for me." And then he returned the favor the next day. So I think outwardly showing love, and Trap and I don't have like an affiliate arrangement or LLC behind the scenes. Like, it's just genuine love between us. And I think if more people did that, I think the economies will become even bigger and will quintuple in maybe a 2 or 3 year period, because now you have synergy between audiences. And then number three, just help the most. All the people that I saw who had the greatest impact: Tyler Perry, Steve, Dan, they just helped the most people. That's why I got so emotional when I was on stage, like feeling that love from everybody in the crowd. Because whether you've seen the show one time and you don't like some of my takes, but you can't deny that, like, I give my all to try and share like hedge fund level information to our community for free, so you guys can make money from it. And the outpouring, like when you're real, and I know people ask you guys all the time about building a brand. The core of it, like in white communities, they may say authentic, be authentic. In our community, we'll say keep it real. Universally, the more honest and real you are, the more people will gravitate to you. Like, I met some brothers at the mid business event who are from Florida in real estate. They're like, "Hey, Matt doing a seminar." I'm like, "Matt doing it?" He like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Man, I'll do it." He like, "What you gonna charge me?" I'm like, "Nothing. If Matt doing it, I know y'all got to be legit." He was like, "Bro, I appreciate it." Did the drop there. So it's just like about giving more, but seeing how gracious Steve was, taking time to say hi to everybody, Marjorie, like Tabiti, the whole team. I think the answer is just to give more, be kind, and stay incredibly focused. I mean, it was 1,000 gems I took away, but those were the main three.
Shout out to Dame Dash and DJ Envy. They had a moment also. That was I saw when I Trap, he was like, he's watching it backstage and he was like, "Yo, I just realized what y'all did." Like, to me, that was one of the most legendary moments of InvestFest too, because Dame Dash helped set the tone for financial literacy, this whole movement 7 years ago, however long it was, when he went on the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper with the $500
Yeah.
super chat. And he went on the Breakfast Club and had that, that episode, and he was going at Envy kinda, they was having kind of a, banter, but that's part of life. Brothers argue,
Yeah.
brothers fight, but ultimately, maturity always wins out. And I thought that
Absolutely.
that was very big of DJ Envy to say in front of 12,000 people that he thanked Dame Dash and said that he gave him an opportunity early on, and he's grateful for that opportunity, and he has a high level of appreciation for Dame
Yeah.
Dash. So I thought that that was dope for that to happen on InvestFest stage, to come full circle moment for the culture.
No, Trap, get on Zoom.
Trap, send them the Zoom link, please.
Right, let's see. Trap, I'm about to send it to you right now, my
Y'all
brother.
gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
King."
Yeah.
If you're
Just
interested,
give the people 5 minutes, please.
Let's see if he pop on.
let's get him on if he's interested in coming on. In the meantime, we'll get some questions going too, as we wait for Trap to do a last minute Market Monday surprise. You sent them the
Trap
link?
and Josh are so
I'll
dope
do it
too.
right now.
Like that energy, killing it.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
and he was like, we had a great conversation about that earlier. He was just like what that meant, right? It was like coming where he comes from, speaking how he speaks, but giving so much information and so much knowledge and so much passion. It just meant so much to him to stand next to, something or entity, right? Because when people think Josh Brown, they see Frank Holland, they think traditional financial education, and to have him on the stage and showing like, look, this is a way we can educate our people as well. It was just a dope moment, like he can stand his ground with anybody in the field. And so that meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot for us to make sure that moment was curated just that way. So it was dope, man. Like that's our brother. We've been on this journey for 3 years now, man. So to see his growth has been incredible. To see the growth in all the guys, like him, 500, we had a great conversation with as well. So it's dope, man.
This guy always got a trick up his sleeve. Always got a trick up his sleeve. I went to the Rick Ross's Sprinter van and I saw the recession-proof jersey. I said, I already
we even say that. We even say that. We just like,
I know what he's up to.
He always got a trick, bro.
This guy's got the mascots.
but it's a good lesson. Like with an opportunity that big, like even for me, like the prep time for the stage show. Like for those of you who haven't seen me live, man, please, if the performance is fire, please put fire in chat and let the people know. Like you have, like, because people's like, man, I wanted to see you at the party. I'm like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I don't perform, I'm gonna be at the party with y'all every year and never on stage. I'm going after Tyler.
We at the party.
Gotta put some shit out
every year
and set the bar higher on stage shows. Shout out to everybody in the Rebellion. So, and it's a good business lesson. When you have a moment when people are not looking at you as necessarily as a star or celebrity, right? You have to perform like a star. Because I'm never thinking of people in the financial space. I'm like, shit, what if the boy Drake come get up here and he learn futures? Because he's doing a gambling thing.
Well, that's
what if Cardi come up here?
This is a good lesson that Chris Gotti, one of my favorite people, he told us. He said this is early on episode number
his episode
23 of Earn Your Leisure, and he said something that I'll never forget. He said, when you go to clubs and like at the end of the club they'll play like a local artist, like the DJ's just trying to break a record, but when they play it, it doesn't sound the same because it's not mixed and mastered properly. So he was like, the problem is that local independent artist is not competing with local independent artists. They're competing with Drake, and they're competing with Rihanna. So the quality of the music has to sound the same. And I told Troy and I told Mike that early. We was having issues with audio, and I told them, I said, look, nobody cares that we just started a podcast. We're not competing with people that just started a podcast. We're competing with CNBC. We're competing with, all of these guys at the top. Like, that's our competition. Even though we just started, we're on the same podcast charts. So we can't say, oh, we just started, so, give us some time. We have to compete with the people at the highest level if we want to be at the highest level.
Very beginning.
Very important lesson.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Yeah. You can't have any business owner, please listen. Everything that you do has to be a level up. Because, like, honestly, people are picking between InvestFest, baseball, not going, live streaming. So you have to make it entertaining. Also, too, to also deliver information that's impactful, that is practical, and put on a good stage show is really tough. But that's what our people are coming to see. It's not just information. It's not just entertainment. You need a combination of both. And for anybody who joined off, I want to say this too. Once I get all the emails, you guys get signed up in Stock Club next week. So I just wanted to make that announcement. So you'll be in next Monday after I get the emails. But make sure as a business owner, you shock on. Same in the vendor space. Trap, phenomenal space. M500, phenomenal space. And everything has to get bigger and bigger. And you have to continue to level up across the board.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Whole clip going up. I know they can't stand it.